Is it time to buy or sell SPDR S&P 500 ETF? In this video, we are diving deep into the SPDR S&P 500 ETF. Our initial report was published on our website on Monday, the 30th of June, 2025, and now we are here to provide you with an even more detailed analysis. Remember to subscribe, hit the like button, and turn on the notification bell to stay updated on our latest analysis. You do not want to miss any crucial updates that could impact your investments. Enhance your trading decisions by trying our newly launched AI stock analysis tool powered by GPT-4 at StockInvest.us. Tap into the power of AI and receive free price predictions and in-depth analysis for any one among 45,000 companies worldwide today. Please note that this video is for informational purposes only and should not be considered as financial advice. Since the 27th of May, 2025, our system has classified the SPDR S&P 500 ETF as a hold or accumulate, assigning it a score of 0. Let's examine the ETF's performance during this time frame. The ETF has undergone natural fluctuations, experiencing a gain of 4.53%. This results in an average return of 0.19% each day since it was designated as hold or accumulate. A score of 0 signifies that our system predicts high volatility and risk for the upcoming trading day. Given recent developments, we cannot ascertain the ETF's next movement as it could swing in either direction. The exchange-traded fund is currently positioned within a strong upward trend in the short term, signaling the likelihood of further increases. Analyzing the 3-month trend suggests a potential change of approximately 17.27% over the next 3 months, with possible returns ranging from 10.15% to 19.76%. In terms of a longer perspective, our 12-month analysis projects a change of around 4.72%. Based on our calculations, the stock's performance could vary between negative 14.79% and positive 5.56% over the next year. In practical terms, this would place the future price within a range of $526.54 to $652.32. Our latest daily update for the SPDR S&P 500 ETF features the headline, SPDR S&P 500 ETF price up nearly 0.5% on Monday. The SPDR S&P 500 ETF price increased by nearly 0.5% on the last trading day, which was Monday, the 30th of June, 2025, rising from $614.91 to $617.95. It has now experienced gains for 6 consecutive days. Such a streak is uncommon for an ETF, so a dip here and there is to be anticipated. On the last trading day, the ETF experienced fluctuations of approximately 0.677%, ranging from a low of $615.04 to a high of $619.21. Over the past 10 days, the price has risen in 7 instances and is up by 3.51% over the past 2 weeks. Additionally, trading volume increased on the last day alongside the price, which is a positive technical indicator. In total, 6 million more shares were traded compared to the previous day, with a total of 92 million shares exchanged for approximately $56.85 billion. Looking back over the past 52 weeks, the highest price of the ETF was $619.21, while the lowest price was $481.80. Currently, the price is 0.2% or $1.26 below the 52-week high of $619.21, which also marks the all-time high for the ETF. The S&P 500 has closed out the second quarter of 2025 at an all-time high, reflecting strong momentum in U.S. equities. This upward trajectory was further bolstered as both the S&P 500 and NASDAQ achieved fresh record closes, signaling robust investor confidence and potentially attracting more capital inflow. Amidst this growth, investors are keenly observing potential future adjustments in S&P 500 components, as speculation builds around the inclusion of stocks like AppLovin and others. Such additions could diversify the index, enhancing its growth profile in the long run. On a more cautious note, renewed tariff threats from the former administration have sparked volatility across markets, creating a divergence in performance among major indexes, with the S&P 500 and NASDAQ outpacing the Dow. This uncertainty could create short-term fluctuations in stock prices as traders react to geopolitical developments. Additionally, the Dallas Fed's manufacturing index, showing a slight decline, may have implications for economic sentiment and corporate performance, prompting further scrutiny by investors. The combination of record highs and looming tariff discussions showcases a delicate balancing act for the S&P 500. In the short term, heightened volatility could affect trading patterns, while long-term growth remains bolstered by positive economic indicators and market confidence. Ultimately, these dynamics will shape the investment landscape as we head into the second half of the year. The following signals have been identified for SPDR S&P 500 ETF. The SPDR S&P 500 ETF holds buy signals from both short and long-term moving averages, indicating a positive forecast for the ETF. Additionally, there is a general buy signal from the relationship between these two signals, where the short-term average is above the long-term average. During any downward corrections, there will be support from the levels at $607.58 and $595.14. A breakdown below either of these levels will trigger sell signals. A buy signal was issued from a pivot bottom point on Monday, April 21, 2025, and thus far, it has risen by 20.21%. Further increases are suggested until a new top pivot has been established. Furthermore, there is a buy signal from the 3-month moving average convergence divergence, also known as MACD. Volume is increasing alongside the price, which is seen as a positive technical indicator. Here are some other signals you might find interesting. Moving average convergence divergence, buy signal. Pivots, buy signal from 49 days ago. Bollinger, buy signal from 1 day ago. Short-term moving average, buy signal from 7 days ago. Long-term moving average, buy signal from 46 days ago. The relation between the short and long moving averages indicates a buy signal from 42 days ago. If we look at the 12-month chart, we see short moving average, buy signal from 47 days ago. Long-term moving average, buy signal from 35 days ago. The relation between the short and long moving averages shows a buy signal from 24 days ago. Remember to visit our page at StockInvest.us if you want to find more signals. Support, risk, and stop loss for SPDR S&P 500 ETF. On the downside, the ETF finds support just below today's level from accumulated volume at $548.62 and $505.28. There is a natural risk involved when an ETF is testing a support level, since, if this is broken, the ETF may then fall to the next support level. In this case, SPDR S&P 500 finds support just below today's level at $548.62. If this level is breached, then the next support from accumulated volume will be at $505.28 and $504.38. In general, the ETF tends to exhibit very controlled movements, and with good liquidity, the risk is considered very low for this ETF. During the last day, the ETF moved $4.17 between its high and low, which is a change of 0.677%. Over the last week, the ETF has experienced an average daily volatility of 0.708%. Now let's discuss some potential day trading levels for the SPDR S&P 500 ETF. There is no significant resistance from accumulated volume above, which means the ETF could move upwards swiftly under the right conditions. In this scenario, you might consider entering a position and using volume as a guide for when to exit. On the downside, the SPDR S&P 500 ETF encounters its first support level at $548.62. If this support level holds, it could present a favorable entry point, anticipating a rebound. Our recommended stop loss is set at $595.46, representing a decrease of 3.64%. This exchange-traded fund experiences very low daily fluctuations, which indicates a low level of risk. Additionally, there's a buy signal from a pivot bottom identified 48 days ago. Is SPDR S&P 500 ETF a good buy? SPDR S&P 500 holds several positive signals, but we still don't find these to be sufficient for a buy recommendation. At the current level, it should be viewed as a hold candidate, meaning to hold or accumulate in this position while awaiting further developments. After analyzing the volatility and movements from the last trading day, our systems indicate that the current price is overvalued. For trading on Tuesday, the 1st of July, we expect SPDR S&P 500 ETF to open lower by 552 cents and start trading at $617.40. We remind you that trading involves a high risk of losing money, and you should consult with a financial advisor before buying or selling any securities. Your investment decisions should not be based solely on StockInvest.us. By utilizing this information, you acknowledge and accept responsibility for your own investment decisions. This is our current view of the exchange-traded fund. Do you agree or disagree? Please share your thoughts in the comments below. What is your target for the exchange-traded fund? Remember to like and subscribe. We wish you successful trading and hope you have a wonderful day. With best regards from all of us here at Stock Invest.